Let's ask this question here. Sean says, do you have a dedicated landscaping team? Do you prefer to let your tenants to select your mower to maintain the yard in a reasonable shape? In Texas, the biggest cost for us so far is to redo the yard sod if the tenant did not handle the yard correctly.
Sean, I tried to start a landscaping business and I was like so fired up about this landscaping business. Tell you a story. I'm out showing houses and pull up to a house. And one of the things about the showing is it actually said in the front yard when I was going to be there. We used to show houses on this open house schedule. So it said that I was going to be there. So I pull up and I see the truck and I see the trailer and the lawnmowers are off of it, of our in-house landscaping crew. And I look around and I can't find them. I show the house and I'm thinking, I don't know where they went, but I walk out of the house and I realize across the cul-de-sac, they're cutting the neighbor's yard. So I walk up and knock on the front door and I said, and this sweet little old lady answered the front door and she said, can I help you? And I said, yeah, those guys back there, how much are they charging you to cut your grass? And she's like, $50. And she said, do they work for you? And I was like, yeah. And she said, oh, please don't fire them. And I said, they made that decision themselves. So I made them finish the yard and then drive back to the office where I fired them. Sean, the moral of the story is, as property managers, we're actually not that great of our landscape vendors. We're not that great of clients. When you're making money in landscape, it is really about keeping that mower on grass, and it's not about windshield time.
Volume.
Yeah, one of the things we found is there's just too much windshield time with property managers, especially around scatter site. Now, look, you're solving a different problem there where you're trying to solve for not getting the yard back in bad shape. I think so. We're actually piloting a national landscaping vendor right now. And the whole idea is that right now we're just working on our bacon homes, and we're just piloting in a couple or four markets now. But the whole idea is that ultimately we take more control, provide more services for our resident, and think we might offer that landscaping to the resident. So I think that was a long way to answer a question. If you're solving for something different, great. If you're trying to control the process and make sure your owners aren't mad at you, you may need to internalize it. My experience has been, don't build a landscape business to make money. It's just really hard. It's hot work, especially in Austin, Texas. I was in Austin, Texas about 2 weeks ago, and I was walking home. The sun was down, and it was still like 110 degrees on the heat index. And I thought, man, I would hate to know what it was at 2 o'clock out there cutting grass. I hope that long way around was helpful.